Police emergency.
Police emergency.
Please, you're South Yorkshire Police. How can I help?
When crisis strikes, these are the people we call for.
Oh dear. Oh wow.
The ones who see us as we really are.
Fluffy bum, I'll work for you.
There's no need for abusive language.
Put your arse away. Go on, put it away.
Oh, he's just got another me again for sex. Talking dirty again.
Pervert.
I still look at things and go, wow, I can't believe I've just seen that.
Get out on the floor now! Give that! Give that! Give it forward!
These are the officers
Get back! Get back!
working on Britain's front line.
Anything could change at a split second.
Move out of the way!
What do you want about?
And that's our job.
In a year that's tested us all.
Shops are going bare. We're living in a crisis now.
Times have changed, we've all changed, the whole country has been affected.
Storm, checking. Nobody feels safe anymore.
They are the ones we turn to. More and more.
Are you all right, chicken?
You don't need to be scared. Where are you?
Let's get you up.
It's okay.
Hey, we've all been there. We stand together as a family, brothers and sisters, all on that thin blue line.
Police emergency.
Your dad's on crack.
You what, sorry?
Your dad's on crack.
Is he?
Not my dad, your dad.
My dad's not on crack. If this is a hoax call, you need to stop it, mate. Thank you.
Last year, many of the 935 hoax calls made to South Yorkshire Police
Police emergency.
were from kids messing around.
Can I have a bifter?
Can I have a bifter? I remember being 10 and doing all sorts of stuff that you'd never dreamed to tell your mum and dad. You know, if they ever asked you, you were just playing football on the park, weren't you? But let's be honest, you were up to mischief in some way. Hello, you're through to the police.
Your dad's smoking crack.
Why do you continue to ring us? You're wasting valuable police time and putting people's lives at risk.
Not about that.
Right, how would you like it if your mother or grandmother needed the police and they couldn't get through because someone was like you was ringing us and being an idiot?
Said my grandmother's passed away, you cheeky bastard.
The majority of the time they are in a group, but it's just them showing off to each other.
I suggest you stop ringing us, otherwise we will find you and you will be arrested for wasting police time. Thank you.
What kick would you get out of it if you don't have an audience? That's the point.
What's your name? Didn't want to chat. You do stuff to fit in as a kid, don't you? Egging each other on, that's what happens, isn't it? And that's where it all starts to sometimes spiral. Is there a reason you keep phoning us that we don't know? It starts out as hoax calls. It ends up, you know, you're doing things like climbing onto roofs, throwing eggs at cars. You become known as those group of kids that tend to just be pissing people off. You see that little camera in top corner there?
Yes, we've all had that period of our younger life where we've done silly things, but it can descend very quickly, it can spiral out of control.
Kids messing about. Just tell them there's a camera in phone box.
It can change so fast.
It's 6:30 on Thursday evening.
Hello, police emergency.
Hi, the building's quite below us. There's children actually playing on top of the roof, and they're only about 12, 15-year-olds.
How many of them is there?
Probably about 6 of them now. So what?
About 4? Yeah.
Just to kill them.
We'll get there as soon as we can.
PC's Mike Doggett and Sophie O'Reilly head to Fox Hill, a new development on the outskirts of Sheffield.
Scattered quick, haven't they?
Where have you two just been?
Stay there, lads.
Stay there. Have you been running? Why are you running?
Because we are.
So where have you just been now?
On Collie Park.
Right.
Even off my friend over there.
Have you been on a construction site tonight?
No.
No?
No.
So you've not been on a construction site at all tonight?
No, we haven't. I think there might be some teenagers.
Why are you full of mud, lads?
Because we're running to it.
Why have you run now?
Uh-uh.
Were you on the construction site? No?
We're going to our friends, I swear.
I don't believe you, buddy.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
You're both full of mud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
And to be honest, it's not been raining, has it, today?
No.
So it's not that muddy on the fields.
But it would be on a construction
let's just be honest
site.
with each other. Were you on the construction site?
No.
Were you on the construction site? No?
Right. Why have you got cement in your cheek then?
Just be honest, because the more you're telling, if you're not going to tell us the truth, it's just going to get
What I'm
weird.
going to do, I'm detaining you both for a search.
Yeah, 12, 13, 14, it's when you start becoming a teenager, isn't it? But there's not much to do. There's no girls to chase, so you hang around in your groups of mates and you get up to mischief.
I swear down, I didn't know that was in there.
You're going to have to sit in the back of my police car for a bit, because I don't believe what you're saying. So, just sit there for me.
Please.
Sit there for me.
Oh, God, man.
What do you want from me?
Why on earth is he carrying a screwdriver? For us, this has kind of ramped it up. The owner of this building site has potentially had tools stolen and items damaged.
Tyler, have you got anything on you? Be honest with me, because I'll just find out like I did with him.
I'm being honest, I haven't got anything on me.
If we have suspicion that you're lying to us and we need answers from you, then that's when you do have to put a bit more pressure on in order to get to the bottom of what's actually happened.
No one's getting into trouble at the minute, but I want to know what you've been doing. Have you been on that construction site? So why have you got cement on your face? You only what? Running about on it. Do you think it's a safe place for you to run about on? No. Right.
There were another one, but
So what do you mean by damage? What damage has been caused?
yeah, that little mud that you sink into, like that. He kept on throwing stuff in that.
You said that they've been messed about in some mud. And potentially some damage has been caused. To what? What's the damage been caused to? The mud, did you say?
Yeah.
Have you got room in your car to drop these off?
Yeah, I can do.
You've
We'll
dropped
do that.
this kid off, or the others?
You come with us, Sam. Come on, matey.
I do remember the feeling when you know you've been caught and you try and continue with the lie, but the lie gets worse and then you get tangled up in your own lie and it just all falls to pieces. And I think one thing I've learned is just to tell the truth from the start, and it's going to be a lot better for you and everyone else involved in that situation.
Right, tell the truth now. What's been going on?
So we've been on there.
So you have been on the construction
Yeah.
site? Okay.
Right.
No, it's all right. Carry on. Speak to me.
There's no damage.
Are you telling me the truth that you've got this screwdriver from home? Because if you haven't, and you've taken it from that construction
I
site...
ain't taking it from that
Listen. If you have, that's another offence of theft.
I am.
You haven't. So hopefully then, we can deal with this nicely with your mum, or we don't have to bring you into custody. Yeah?
It's so easy for us to think about these boys being 12 years old and it's kids being kids and they're having a bit of fun, and so what if they're causing a bit of damage, but still something has to be done because they need to learn that there's consequences to their actions.
Shall we take him home?
Yes.
Or I'll speak to his mum.
Yes.
I'll put a crime in for it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Right.
Alright then. Come on then, jump out. Pop you in the back. You're going to sit behind this seat here, okay? Pop your seatbelt on.
Why would you lie to me, mate?
I don't know, because I didn't want to get done.
Yeah. I think it's so easy for something like a bit of larking about to strain to something more problematic. If their behaviour isn't corrected or challenged, what can start as a bit of fun leads them to doing something that's a little bit more serious, where they're actually committing an offence.
Yeah, in regards to this kid with a screwdriver in his pocket, if you just update the incident that I'm going to take him home, submit a crime for it, and then we'll wait for the construction site to give us a call to see if there's been anything damaged or taken.
Just wait there. Getting out.
Walking him down his driveway to his mum, watching him out the door, I think it gave him a good scare.
Hello.
If I got brought home by the police at that age, I wouldn't be able to sit down for a week. Yeah, I remember a time when my mum chased me up the stairs and I jumped over a double-sized bed and landed in a wardrobe. I was that scared of my mum.
Police emergency.
Sometimes kids make a mistake. They need a bit of a telling off. Some of them learn the lessons, some don't. And I think that's when they start getting themselves more into trouble.
I've got 2 teenagers banging on my door, refusing to get out my yard. Get out my drive now! Get out my fucking yard now! Get out. Why don't you get lost? Oh, shut your mouth and drive off then! You're still in my drive and out at me! Get off of my drive, I've asked you nicely to move. Get out my garden now!
Police emergency?
I've just had some young lads break my door.
All right, lovey. Where are they at the moment?
I don't know, they've just run off. Oh, dear.
Across the UK, teenage crime remains high.
Police emergency?
I'm just at the Magistrates in Doncaster. I've got a lot of unruly kids, obviously. They won't leave a centre with threatening our members of staff.
Last year, 60,000 juveniles were arrested, with more than 20,000 given a caution or conviction.
How many is there of them?
10 of them, mate. They're only young lads, but they're just trashing his building, mate.
And Yorkshire has the 3rd highest rate of juvenile offending in the country.
How old are they?
I'd say between 13 and 16, maybe.
There comes a point where a kid turns from being a child into being a yob and a young adult who commits crime.
Apparently it's every weekend now, mate, so...
Kids can be kids, but it gets a bit silly, doesn't it, you know, at that point?
Yeah.
It's 5 o'clock on Sunday evening.
Police emergency.
Hello, love. I live across the road from pub. We just see 3 lads breaking in. When they bring this stuff out and put it in the wheel bin and chuck it there. They broke into the front apparently.
Right, how many of them are there?
The 3 young lads about 16. One's got a blue and grey hooded top on and the other 2's got a bubble coat on and a grey top.
We are travelling to the area. Cheers, bye.
Where have they gone? Which direction?
7-1, have you got a direction, please?
PC's Alex Sampson and Emily Goodwin are dispatched to Parson Cross, one of the largest council estates in the country.
Oh, they could have gone anywhere. There's so many cut-throughs around here.
Pushing a wheel a bit.
Oh, they're there. Stay there for us, lads. 7-1, we're with these males on Wordsworth. Stay here. Come back. Come back. Come back here, please.
Right, have you got...
We do it every day, pal.
You've been seen inside hotel.
His dad knows we scratch, his mum knows we scratch.
But because they... Right, but you've been seen inside hotel.
I've been seen in no hotel, I've just got this off outside. We've just found it, we're little kids, yeah, we're scrapping, what's the issue?
Because we've had a call that you've been inside the hotel.
What's Parson Cross pub?
Yeah. Well,
that
yeah,
piece of shit.
Yeah, it's called Parson Cross Hotel.
That pile of shit, what we're going to do in the...
But we've had a call, so we can't just ignore that call, can we? We've got to follow it up. As soon as we came across these males, I recognised them. They're not just kids out scrapping. They're only 14, 15, but they're prolific, they bang at it.
You're not telling me you found that hot water boiler on the street?
Yeah, there's just wires.
No, mate, but you can't tell me that you found that on the street.
You don't know what people leave outside on the street.
Nobody leaves lead flashing out.
Also, lead wire, everything. You catch this all outside. I won't get a fiver for that.
Right, all 3 of you are detained for suspicion of burglary. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you may later rely in court.
For what?
For burglary.
You got anything on you?
Yeah, I've got a Stanley blade. But that's the wire. Oh, yeah. I'm not going to be I've got my blood. Smoke blood. I would say that's no.
Brilliant, thank you.
Right, you're further arrested on suspicion of possession of drugs. And while we're at it, we'll go for a possession of a bladed weapon as well.
Yeah. Come on, man, the bladed weapon you just pulled me with scrap. I've got my work gloves, I've got my work...
Right, appreciate that, but you've got a knife on you, haven't you?
It's not a knife, though, it's a Stanley blade.
I would say that kids have become desensitised to police. They think police can't do anything to stop them. They think they're untouchable.
Shut up, you little slag. You little slag.
Sit in the car.
You little dirty bitch.
Sit in the car.
What? I'm not right. You little shut.
He's got that right.
Shut. You little pussy. You little pussy.
I don't think it bothers them, the fact that they get arrested, and I don't think they care or they have any respect for the police. It's more of a game to them.
I've absolutely no idea how we're going to get this in van. It's well heavy. Honestly, are we going to have to drag it up?
Yeah. Right.
You two get up. And I'll pull. And again. You two. Is that right? Yeah, we are.
I think some of it is probably down to boredom, and I think some of it is down to lack of opportunities. The area that we covered was quite a lot of poverty.
The majority of people that we come across in that area, they don't work, so the kids haven't got any aspirations. If you do see your family not working, you think, well, I'm not going to bother working either. What have I got to aspire to be? I might as well just go out with my mates all night and do things I shouldn't do.
Come on, round here.
Why is he? Why am I here?
He's been arrested on suspicion of burglary, possession of controlled substance, also a knife.
It wasn't a knife, it was a Stanley blade. I'm a scrapman.
Do you understand why you're here?
Yeah.
All right. Have you been arrested before?
Yeah.
Okay. How old are you now?
15.
15. Do you want to speak to a sister while you're here? You do. Do you know the name of a firm that you may have used?
Yeah, I've got a solicitor. It might not come out, it's not so serious.
Yeah, right, okay.
I don't find a 15-year-old having a solicitor shocking. Sadly, it's part of the modern world at the moment, and especially for somebody like that, he probably knows the process better than I do.
Just take your shoes off, leave them out here for me. Don't have a blanket or anything.
Do you understand the allegation? From what the officer said, I'm going to authorise your detention so we can screen preserve evidence and obtain evidence by questioning. Fancy way of saying you're stopping with us, mate, for the time being, until we're in a position to interview you and your colleagues.
When they're in front of the mates, they think they're the hardest person in the world, but once they're on their own, reality hits.
You still at school at the minute? Yeah? Who do you live with? Okay. You want a hot chocolate or not? No? See if we can sort that out for you. Okay, see if we can get them on the phone. So you grab your stuff, we'll see you in a bit.
It would be nice to be able to help these lads and get them out of this criminality lifestyle, but I think they need proper role models.
Chuck them in there, mate. Top.
They could go somewhere if they really wanted to, if they really tried hard. They're quite clever, and we're not taking that away from them. They're streetwise rather than academic, but once you do fall into criminality, it is hard to get out of. The reality of the matter is I think a lot of them actually feel like they belong somewhere, whereas maybe before they didn't.
Police emergency?
There's a car dumped outside my street, blocking the road off.
Oh.
Someone just ran up to it, got something out of it, and then ran back down the street again.
Did you see what race he was?
It was a white male. I would have a guess early teens, which is another thing that's suspicious.
Yeah.
Across South Yorkshire, 35 cars are stolen every day.
Hello, if you're South Yorkshire Police, how can I help?
I've seen a car. It's acting like a police car. It's got a blue flashing, like a strip light in its grille. But I don't think it is, because it's got 4 youths in it.
Yeah.
In the majority of cases, the perpetrators are gangs of boys.
They said it's up on the pavement, like one wheel up.
One wheel's up, yeah. I'd literally just pulled up and I saw this car coming round the corner and I thought, God, what's happening? And then they jumped over my garden, probably little scroats in the area.
Right.
It's midnight on Thursday.
Emergency.
Oh yeah, I've just had my car stolen off me. 5 minutes ago.
Make a model.
It's a black Mini Cooper S.
How many people took the car from you?
3.
And are you injured in an ambulance?
I don't need an ambulance, no, but I'm going to have a massive black eye.
We've got no exact location, just in a car park on Cliff Road.
PC's Rona Fisher and Steph Lill are the nearest available unit.
We're struggling to find this male. I've just read that he's called back again. He's not still on the line, is he? Because his line's busy for me at the minute.
I have worked with Steph for 3 years, so when I joined Ecclesfield, she was already on group. I'm probably more of the jovial one. She can be quite serious sometimes, but she always knows what she's doing. I think if I ever get stuck with anything, she's always the person that I go to ask for help.
So you just hold on to the sides of the car then?
I don't think so.
No, because you're just pulling yourself.
Yeah. You've not scared me as much with your driving tonight as normal. Hello, is that Robert? Thank you. Whereabouts are you? Oh, you're back home already? All right, well, we're on your street now, so we'll see you very shortly. All right, bye-bye. Hi,
Hello.
Hello.
What's happened then?
Pulled up outside the shop, just about to go to my friends. 3 Asian guys jumped me, pulled me out of the car, took keys off me.
And is that when they've then assaulted you?
Yeah.
All three of them?
Yeah, everyone in had a pop.
What did they do?
Swung for me and grabbed hold of me. I tried to get away and then one of them caught up with me and then hit me again. And then, yeah. Put up a bit of a fight and the told one, he says I'm going to get my knife out because I won't give him keys. Just let's see, take him.
Did you see it, or did he say I'm going to get it out?
He said he was going to get it out and we just went like that.
Right.
But I believed him, so...
I think anyone would in that moment, though.
Yeah, I won't argue with him at that stage.
Being a victim of a crime like that can be very scary. You could clearly see that he was shook up by the incident. He was there by himself, parked his car up, 3 males have come at him. You haven't got a chance really, have you? You've got to give the keys up.
You got any injuries?
I've got a bit of a black eye. I think, well, a bit
Do you want any medical treatment for that?
I'll give her a crap punch.
Do you know what these males look like? What they were wearing?
Grey tracksuit, one of them. Other guy, black coat. The 11-ton guy, I think he had a black coat on and jeans, but I'm not 100% sure.
How long have you had this car for?
Since Saturday. Well, my wife's disabled and we're going to get a mobility car, so
Right.
I was just trying it out before we got one. So we thought I'd have it for a week.
I think young people steal cars because they want the thrill of it, they want the excitement. It's natural, isn't it? You went out and your adrenaline's pumping, you're in a stolen car with your friends, you get to drive around fast.
If we get any update on the car, if we find it, recover it, anything like that, you will be updated. All right. No problem.
Right,
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Get your
so
eye
quick.
checked out. No, you're not going to, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
But, all right.
Cheers. See you later.
Right, take care.
Also, I think a lot of it is to use the car for crime and then dump it.
It's an hour since the theft was called in, but number plate recognition cameras have picked up no sign of the Mini.
So you passed the reg, didn't you?
Yeah.
He said he was going to see his friend and he parked up outside the shop. So if we swing by area and just do an area search.
So then
Is this shut down?
Can you hear the car?
Yeah. Yeah, he's parked like here next to that white car. The problem is though, where that camera is, that's not going to get where he was parked
It's just
there,
going to show
is
that.
it?
Well, it might show the car.
Show him leaving, yeah. Is there any CCTV on these houses?
Despite a thorough search of the area, officers Lill and Fisher failed to find the stolen vehicle.
An incident happened the day after where firearms officers have located the car. The occupants of the vehicle decided to drive at the officers. All 3 males in the car were detained. They found cannabis in the car, knuckle dusters and numerous mobile phones. I don't think that you see the repercussions of what they're doing. They'll go out and commit the crime, it's thrilling, it's exciting. They get that reward of the money and then they'll go and do it again. You can just see how the crime is escalating. But everyone knows the difference between right and wrong. That youth has got to make that decision if they want to be better. And 9 times out of 10, they don't. They want to keep doing the same thing that they're already doing.
Hello, South Yorkshire Police, how can I help?
Hello, what it is, I've just had death threats. They put my front door through, they've got machetes and everything, love, I'm, you know, just a bit frightened. It's a gang in Edlington, love.
You've received death threats from this gang, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Last year across England and Wales, police arrested more than 4,000 under-18s for crimes involving weapons or blades.
South Yorkshire Police, Scott speaking. How may I help?
I've just seen behind my house. I've just seen a guy with a gun.
It's that cycle that we're talking about. It's hard for them to get out of it.
They've just been shooting. About 7 guys. 3 guys went off, and the other 3 were inside the house.
Me growing up, there was 6 or 7 of us, and we used to cause mischief. I was lucky enough to move away from that.
It's like a shotgun, like a double-barrel shotgun.
They then got into things like football violence, and they've gone the wrong side of the tracks, definitely. They said he's not here anymore, he's in prison now, or he's dead. You know, like it's crazy, really, yeah.
Emergency, how can I help?
Quiet, we need police and ambulance immediately.
It's 9 p.m. and another report of gang violence is coming in.
What's happened? Someone's been stabbed? Who is it that's been stabbed?
Just two males. Yeah.
Okay, right, bear with me while I'm getting officers travelling.
One's got a gash to his face and a stab wound to the leg, and the other one's got a stab wound to the head.
Multiple units are scrambled.
Alpha Tango 3-1, I'm taking it with ambulance are aware and they're en route.
And PC Simon Lindley is rerouted from another job.
When it comes over the radio involving weapons, your first thought is someone potentially is going to have some significant injuries, possibly life-altering or life-ending injuries. It's always in the back of your mind that actually this could be very dangerous.
Did you see how many attackers or anything?
Maybe about 4, 5, 6. Right.
We have already got officers en route.
Next one. This one here.
Alpha Tango 3-1, close 6. Need some more first aid?
Yeah.
I just don't get it, mate. How you can do that to somebody.
While waiting for an ambulance to arrive, the officers administer emergency first aid to the victims.
Alpha Tango 3-1, yeah, I can confirm it's machete and a kosh.
The 2 men had been attacked with several weapons. I think there was a screwdriver, a machete and possibly a club as well. With puncture wounds and stab wounds, you don't know how serious it is because the injuries can be masked, there could be bleeding internally. You don't know if they've hit main arteries or anything. There was blood on the floor, blood on the clothes. The clothes were sodden. I was covered in blood, my colleague was covered in blood.
We do have officers currently on the scene with the 2 victims.
Any of them, stabs or chops, could have been fatal.
No other stab wounds at all on his body that we're at? Just keep pressure on that for me, if you don't mind.
During the incident, paramedics came and took over first aid.
Charge of this trolley, we'll get at least one of them into the ambulance.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then we can, as soon as the other one comes, we'll get the next one on.
That then gave us opportunity to start looking into the reasons and the cause behind it. We had a scene on, it was all locked down, so we could try and get to the bottom of what had happened.
Got some CCTV footage on the camera.
What does the CCTV show?
Quite a lot. Basically, we were sat watching TV.
Yeah.
We heard a lot of noise, a lot of commotion. So we looked on camera and there's like a group of about 5, 6 lads going into the car, hitting the car with caution and everything. We hear loads of shouting and screaming. You only look young, to be fair.
The two victims had stated that they'd come to sell a painting to some people they'd met on Facebook. The painting was apparently valuable, and youth tried to steal that painting, and that's when they brandished machetes and attacked them.
They just dispersed and ran opposite directions, and then we came out and they're screaming, saying we've been nabbed.
Right.
But apart from that, we didn't see an awful lot.
Some run down and up, some run up towards the bollards, fruit snicket.
They ain't got gloves on, have they?
No. They're touching car and stuff, but it's raining.
Victims are in each of these. We've got officers with them about to go up to hospital.
Cool.
With the crime scene secured, CID can begin their investigation.
I went inside to get some CCTV after giving first aid. I don't think we've got any names as yet.
The attackers looked like teenagers, 14 to 16 years old. It's becoming part of the norm. When I first joined the job, there were quite rare incidents, and now we're getting stabbings, 3 or 4 times a week. It's real easy to see a clear path that kids follow becoming involved in crime. From the petty things, you can see them moving all the way through to the more serious crime. Past a certain point, there's no coming back. They wouldn't want to come out. This is now their family.
So if we switch it off there, off that alleyway, and then we'll do it off here as well.
Yeah. It's giving them something, giving them a bit of hope, or giving them this community and this life and this togetherness that they've never had before. They've chosen a life of criminality. They're going to be involved in this sort of thing until they take that step one too far. They're either going to become a victim themselves, or they're going to be the ones that are killing someone, and they're going to be spending the rest of their life in prison.
Emergency.
It's Sunday evening, and a call is coming in from Rotherham city centre.
Hi, we've got a gang of youths who's just broke into my block of flats, and I think they're breaking into a flat upstairs.
So they've broken into the communal door. What leads you to believe that they're breaking into a flat?
We've heard them saying we're going to try and kick down the door upstairs.
Right, okay.
Just running about, smoking drugs.
Okay, how many kids?
There's about 7 or 8 of them.
Right, but they're there now?
Yeah.
With South Yorkshire Police on high alert for street gangs, PC's Tabitha Rumney and Pete Ellard immediately make for the scene.
Can you feed me jelly babies, please?
Regularly crewed together, officers Rumney and Ellard have been dating for the last year.
It's always a worry going to a job that, potentially has a high level of risk to it, and having, your girlfriend next to you, but when you are at jobs like that, I don't see her as my girlfriend. She's, a capable police officer.
I don't even know where it is.
Don't you worry about a thing, my darling.
When it does turn into a fight, she's more than capable. She scares me at times. Ask her about the Rumney headlock.
To the top flat.
Right, okay.
And I think they're smashing it up.
Are they still there?
Yeah.
Whereabouts then?
Right, I'll let you in.
Yeah, let's do it.
Wait there!
Come out this way, how many years here have you?
7.
Right. Who else is down there? Tabs back round the front, I've got them. When you're on a job and you realise you're outnumbered, it's not a great situation to be in. It's high risk.
Can see you.
Wait, we were staying...
Wait, was that never over?
Heart definitely started beating a little bit, and I think Tabs did as well. We get more officers down here, there's about 7 of these lads.
There's no specific training about being outnumbered.
Tabs, just leave them in this area here.
Just stay here for us. There was 2 of us, and it's really difficult to have full control over the situation.
Down at this location, we've got officers up at sea.
I'm touching you because...
Don't push me then.
Right. Well, stop moving around then. Stop me out.
3 running. Oh, you little fucker!
We get more officers down here. There's about 7 of these lads.
Just stay here for us.
Responding to a report of a break-in, PCs Rumney and Ellard are holding a gang of teenage suspects.
Stop me out.
Quebec 1. Pete, have you got it contained?
3 running. Oh, you little fucker! Get off! You. Get the wait, Restorative. Fuck's sake.
Yes, we'll do.
They've all ran off in the direction of Costa. There's too many of them.
No, they've legged it, mate. They're all 16-year-old and like racing snakes on their feet.
One of them whacked me around the face.
One of the lads punching Tabs in the face definitely shows a different level of seriousness there. Just shows that they don't care, really, and they could do anything.
Any females that are plastic needle core are stopped.
Picked up quite a large knife that they've dropped. Okay. When we found that massive kitchen knife, anyone would be lying if they said that it didn't make your adrenaline go up a notch. It could have gone massively different if one of them decided to use it or just even threaten us with it. Descriptions when you're ready. About 15, 16 years old, a group of about 6 males. 5 of them are white and 1 of them is IC3.
PC Rumney begins a search of the area.
Helpful. What's your name, mate? What have you been doing in here? Yeah, right. Well, at this time, all right, you're under arrest for burglary. All right, so if I say anything, put my hand defence, don't mention one question. Something which might allow in court. Anything you do say, maybe give them evidence. Have you got anything on you shouldn't have, mate?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing?
Nothing, I just want friends.
Right. I went back into the property to see what the extent of the damage was, to see if we could recover anything that they'd maybe dropped or left behind. So I was quite shocked to see him stood there, to be honest. I'm very shocked. Go on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, if you show 1 detained, managed to find 1 inside the building.
Where is she? Well done.
Who are your mates?
The ones that you saw before.
Yeah, yeah.
I was just hanging out when I see it.
Yeah, what are the names?
I don't want to say it. If you can check CCTV, I won't touch anything. You can check.
Well, you can get interviewed about it, can't you? And spend a night in cell. We can definitely tell if someone's been in trouble with the police before. And looking at this lad, you could tell it was the first time he'd probably ever seen a police officer, let alone be faced by one in a situation that he was in.
It's the first time you've been locked up though, isn't it?
Yeah, I've never done anything.
Never before.
I never had detention at school. I just came to this.
It's quite a serious offence, mate, to be fair. Right, we'll go and put you in then, pal. Follow my colleague.
Can you stand up against here?
How old are you?
17.
17. Okay. All right, been in custody before?
Never, no.
First time ever?
Yeah.
Right, colleague will search you to make sure you've got nothing on you that you can hurt yourself or others with while you are here. Going to custody for the first time is really daunting. There's people shouting, swearing, screaming. and it is intimidating.
So how do you get to them? Can you get a cousin or not? He's over 18.
Your cousin?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it now. So you want me to call him instead of your dad?
Right, but we are going to have to contact a parent to let them know that you're here.
You can just contact my parents.
Right. What time should you be in? Do you have a time that you need to be home? 9 o'clock. If you could show him 223, please, which is on blue. Thank you.
I could tell he was a good kid just by the way he spoke to us. He had respect, he didn't talk back, he was clearly petrified about the whole incident. You can just tell when someone's a good kid.
We'll put your trousers in your cupboard. Okay, no worries, mate.
You change your bottoms then, and then I'll put yours in the cupboard. All right, mate.
Right, back to the scene.
Yeah.
Of the crime.
I bet they're all back there.
Why didn't he leave? I went in that property twice, and he's still in there.
He's just wet behind the ears, isn't he? He was obviously petrified.
Yeah.
He's not very streetwise, is he?
Them other kids were
Yeah.
feral.
Yeah.
I've seen that one kid before. He's a right arsehole.
Are you back in the scene now?
Yeah, we've literally just walked into the flat.
Thank you very much.
Signed up though,
PCs
with
Rumney and Ellard need to return to the scene to assess the damage.
They'd clearly been in there a few times, you know, graffiti in the walls, pulling all the plumbing out, smoking weed in there, things like that. It's just a bit of a hangout, I think. Obviously, they've got nothing else better to do, probably. They look like they've been cooking in there as well. Have you got details of the man who owns it?
Yeah, I've got his number.
Hey up, it's PCLR from Main Street Police Station, Rotherham, you alright? This block of flats that you own, a group of lads we've found one of them in there and obviously arrested him for it. We've spoke to this kid, basically he's 17-year-old, he's got no criminal record or anything like that, so I think he's just been a bit daft to be fair. But there's something called restorative justice, but we need your authority from that as well and say that yes, you'd like to go down that route as well.
Restorative justice always comes quite quickly to our minds for first-time offenders, especially minors. It's one of these things that go on their record, but it doesn't give them a criminal conviction. At the end of the day, it was his first offence. He had never been in trouble with us before. Ultimately, he needed to learn from going into custody, learn from getting this restorative justice, and to shock him into never doing anything like that again.
I know what we're saying in terms of evidence and everything, there's not enough to take him to court. That's what we're saying, so we're trying to get a positive outcome rather than nothing. At the bottom of this is a condition to write a letter of apology to the bloke who owned that building. At first they might think it's stupid, and at first they might think that a letter of apology doesn't mean anything, it's worthless. But then I think when someone actually sits down and starts writing that letter and thinking about what they've done and the impact they've done, it's caused, it's quite powerful, to be fair. Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
When he said that they've been in there doing drugs and they kicked the door in, it's kind of stuff that I've heard before, you know, so I wasn't really shocked or kind of anything, because it happens a lot. But the police officer did make me feel sorry for the lad that was involved with the wrong people. He kind of got me around to thinking, no, okay, we'll go with this route of restorative justice. I hope that he does choose some better friends and, you know, he successfully gets a job or whatever and does what young lads should be doing, and then earning money, going out and with the mates, drinking in bars or whatever, do you know what I mean? Not going round and smashing up people's property.
I think both me and Tabs thought at the end of that evening that we had made a difference on someone's life that night. It turned out that he got restorative justice at the end of it, which might seem quite small in some people's eyes, but in actual fact in that lad's eyes it was a second chance. It was going down a different road, and I hope he does, to be fair. The kids need a forgiving hand. At the end of the day, the kids, aren't they?
So where have you just been now?
I'm Collie Park.
Right.
Even off my friend over there.
Have you been on a construction site tonight?
No.
No?
No.
The boy caught with a screwdriver was told he'd be charged if it happened again. Neither boy has been in trouble since.
You've been seen inside the hotel.
His dad knows the scrap. His mum knows the scrap.
Right, but because they...
The youths apprehended with a bin full of scrap metal were not charged with stealing it.
They're on.
Look lovely outside my front room.
Identifying the contents of the bin took officers several hours.
There's a great big shell in bottom of here as well.
Shell?
Yeah, ammunition shell.
That's dangerous. I just don't get it, me. How you can do that to somebody. I can confirm it's machete.
The would-be art dealers were unwilling to provide statements, and police were unable to progress the case.
3 running. Oh, you little fucker!
Officers couldn't locate the youths who broke into the flat.
We got anything on you shouldn't have, mate? Nothing? No.
Their friend, who was asked to write a letter of apology to the landlord, is now at university.
I do think he's learned his lesson. I've never met him since.